Yeah, I just ran out into the eruption so I wouldn't kill everyone.
We're good.
So I have lightning.
Okay.
You're good? Okay.
Yeah, the only people who would die in that case would be the lightning people.
Okay.
Because it still makes that V, right?
And I got all Sabo before I died, so you could, in theory, live. Yeah, I just met on it.
Good job juking the eruption that I placed on top of you guys.
You're good, Celestia.
I'm good.
Okay.
Blue.
Blue.
Right. Oh. I wasn't facing the boss, so I couldn't cast. If it wasn't on my screen, I was mashing buttons.
Yeah,
That's so sad.
the auto targeting is a little finicky sometimes. I hate it when I'm like targeting, say like Aurora for a heal, and smashing a DPS GCD doesn't auto target the boss. I sit there mashing it, nothing.
Yeah, it was because I wasn't,
Blue group.
I wouldn't have been able to tab target him anyways.
Clockwise.
West to south. I could not see Spicy's marker.
Wow.
Petition to fund Lalafell race change.
Anti?
It's even harder for me because I have Spicy as my focus target, so I'll fucking lose track of him. So it's really hard to DPS anything over his head.
It is true that we can basically do that without callouts, but
Yeah, I've done it before.
yeah.
Definitely experienced enough.
If you see people running at you, probably swap with them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it's worked out. So,
I'm at the north side, so when Aurora says like west to north, I'm just like, what's a west? Because I'm just facing backwards. I have no idea where it is. I just look at the group that's running straight at me and I go.
yeah, it's fair. It works.
I'm trying to eat and do my rotation. It's not ideal.
Definitely not easy.
And if only I was a clicker.
It's out first. Out. In. It's
Please just.
in first. In. Out. Bait. Get ready to dodge. Dodge.
That is not like us.
Out of south when you're comfortable.
Going a little fast, but not too fast.
Not really. This was pretty normal kill time.
I was half
That was-
expecting him to just drop from pick 5.
Yeah, you never know.
Never be too careful.
Not when there's the big reap.
Gotta look out for him. He could reap any one of us.
True, at any time. As long as his gauge is filled.
Feathers.
I didn't hear the swap sound. I got very concerned.
I always double check to see if I have 2 debuffs or not.
First time.
Melees. First dives. Kill.
I just trust that if Pat is walked off, I have my tether. So
Yeah. It's pretty safe enough. If I've walked off, there's no point in you chasing me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong, so...
Give Aurora buffs.
これでしまいだ。そろそろ幕引きね。
not scared.
No fear.
I trust in my healers.
I just trusted Celestia.
Oh.
Like you said, you're a healer.
Yeah. Trust in the spicy that trusts in Celestia or whatever.
Mm.
I'm not your healer, I'm a Harsh One's healer.
So am I.
I'm Spartacus.
Nice to meet you, Spartacus.
No, I'm Spartacus.
Oh.
Start giving Aurora thing.
Radio, rotate north. Could be anywhere.
Good. Hey, north. Watch for lightnings. Lightnings are out. Twist.
Make sure you know where Hammer or Axe Guy is.
I'll
Right?
take
Left.
Right.
Oh my god.
Aurora's gonna run through. Already stay.
I don't know when the last time I've gotten liquid health was. Jesus.
Probably you, Cobb.
I had enough time to go, what is this? Oh, I should move.
You dealt with it pretty regularly when we did you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we are going to find north. Planting.
我は一人してるか
Okay. 3 is north. That means red is east-west. 1D is good. Look at it actually though.
I did it!
Yo!
No, we're
Yes!
gamers.
Okay,
Alright,
gaming.
alright.
Focus.
I can't wait.
I'm LBing these.
Ah! Okay, I want the wrong one. Okay.
No?
Is that it?
More and one.
Oh no no no!
One more.
Okay, we're good.
Oh,
Focus.
Clogga.
Mitt,
I got it.
you have it.
I
Get
got
behind.
it.
Get behind.
Okay.
Get behind.
behind him.
Okay. Yeah, get way behind because I'm gonna need to take cleaves here.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't pot earlier. I guess I'll pot now. Fuck me.
We're healing you through these, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Heavenly heal?
I popped more than I probably should have.
Yeah, no. They're just doing the next one.
It's the
But
turn.
Stop.
Stop, stop, stop,
Okay,
Stop.
Go
Heal up.
Self. 2, 1.
Oh, what's his actual percentage? 1%?
Yeah.
3
It's like
is what
0.5.
We need to get him to 3.
One.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we need to stop because we spare him thematically.
Line up.
Oh, What?
Line up.
Line up. Yeah.
Yep.
where?
Same one?
From north to
Oh,
south. Yep. Where you are right now.
Okay.
Pair up
Cross.
with some of
Pair
your
up.
opposite
Luna on me. Yep.
They're glowing.
It's stacked. Pad, you got stacked me.
It's stack. Double.
Yep.
So double glow is stack.
Yes.
Okay.
We're dead.
Are we stacking dead mid?
He enraged.
Yep. Yeah.
Essentially, just far from the party. The tether people will be in the south half of the map.
More Nid? Oh my god.
There you go.
So this
Oh, I'm dead.
is the 3%. This is
Where's
Hand of
Vulcan
Pain.
attacking
We have to
us?
keep
Welcome
them
to Hand of
within
Pain.
3%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have to be within 3%. If Hraesvelgr kills you with anything, he enrages, and Nidhogg puts a rot debuff on you, and if it falls off at any point, he enrages.
Wait, why is he attacking us?
Neuralink.
Check his neck. Neuralink.
He has a Neuralink on him, yeah.
Linked.
Yeah.
Which is
we
why
spared
he
Thornton.
enrages, because it says his mortal vow to Shiva has been broken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cool.
So by sparing Thornton, he goes
and
back
then
and enslaves Hraesvelgr.
Nidhogg's is his vow of, what is it, like pain or despair or something like that. So if you don't
We should
pass
probably
his,
hop and then have Red talk to you about the mechanics.
Red
and
Red
stuff.
have
says he's
basics.
going to dinner.
Oh.
He does
okay.
have basics, so
it's like I can talk us through it, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, we
I
only need to
have
talk through the first
Yeah, just
30
talk the
seconds.
first few.
It was funny. He was like at 3%, and I was like, nobody's saying anything.
Yeah, I heard loud going, and I checked the health, and I could barely see a sliver of the health bar left. I'm like, oh fuck.
His
Here's the
actual
thing.
percentage was 0.9 or
Even
so.
if we killed him, it didn't matter.
Yes,
Because
we would have still
it doesn't
gotten there.
affect until the end of the phase.
Okay.
you just want to get in the habit of just not.
Yes.
Once
Yeah.
he
I-
Oh, I
just
see.
stop.
I didn't realize he wasn't going to cancel casting when he hit 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just kind of stop at 3, yeah.
That's what
So
I
in
said earlier.
strats
Was
page,
this a patches thing?
in
Yeah,
strats
take a look
page,
at that toolbox.
They would beat him.
yes,
You see there's a toolbox? I see. Okay.
Strats.
I posted in
Strats.
strats.
I see.
Yep.
I mean, Lob posted it.
Where red?
So
At dinner.
Ooh.
No.
Pixel art.
Okay, let's take a look.
I like this
Wiggle.
pixel art of the dragons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's pretty good.
Hraesvelgr is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay,
So if you,
So-
go ahead then. Hey.
I'll walk us through it unless Celestia or Spicy wants to take over in this. I
Walk
guess I
through.
could.
If something seems like it's missing, I'll just chime in. But go for
Yeah,
it.
same.
Yeah, it is pretty like default. This is the standard what people tend to use. So at the very start, we stack up south, right? And then the tanks will go slightly north. And the reason why we don't want to go directly center is because if one of them is glowing and the other one is not, it's gonna do a cone right at the center. So you can't stand
Gotcha.
there. You'll get tethered to a dragon. The tether damage is by distance. So the closer you are, the more damage you take. The first mechanic you have to do is you need to get hit by both the ice and fire tether because the fire will give you pyretic and the ice will give you freezing. But if you get hit by both of them, it'll dispel both of them.
Yep. Just for something for context for everybody, if you're familiar with Boz just hot and cold, everything that has anything to do with cold and hot in here, it works the same way where you want to equalize yourself to neutral by some point.
Correct.
And
It's
this
also
very
the
first
same as
one, you
nail.
just yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. For this, you just pair up the two opposite tethers on top of each other, so that you guys neutralize essentially the tethers itself.
So if you look at slide 2, you could see that you'll have like a ring, an AoE ring that would happen. That's basically what's gonna happen. It's the same size as the Thornton arena right now that we're in. It's a circle, because in the actual arena, once we get there, we have the giant square. We can move anywhere there except for this mechanic, where it's gonna make the ring that's exactly the same size as our markers. So don't go past the marker or you're dead. You're dead in terms of 1.
Okay.
We need to figure out how we want to do the lineup. I'm not sure how Red was thinking it.
We could, since the line strat in itself is irrespective of roles, we could either I guess we don't like YOLO, so we could just do a very specific tanks in the front and then whatever the fuck order for people behind them. We if we want we could just be consistent about it.
Yeah,
Ooh,
the
I
tanks aren't going
really
to even
should,
be in the lineup because we can't get the tether.
Exactly.
But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I like to keep it consistent. So whatever we were doing before.
We can do however you want it, maybe like melee range healers in the back or something. Yeah.
so if you're looking at this image of image 2, let's use someone as an example. Des. Can you stand on the middle right here? Okay, so let's say you are Nidhogg, and I got tethered to Racer Valkyrie, right? So you want to be on the opposite side of it, so you be on the right of like the pairing, and then I will be on the left, because these are really thin cones, and you want to be like almost stacked with each other, and at least on the opposite side, so you don't get full damage.
Yeah. So that referring to what that Aurora said earlier, where these are go far tethers, but the go far point is essentially exactly in the center of the arena. So if you just slightly pass over the center line on the far side of your tether, then you'll be far enough. And you know how it does that weird like outward arrows thing if you're too close? That just goes away the moment you're at the center line. So as you're kind of just paired up with each other on top of each other, maybe slightly further from the one you're tethered to, and that'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Just to double check, is there a reason we can't like actually stack? Or
Sorry,
what do you
what's
mean?
that?
so like, are we literally stacking, or are we just like nearby each other?
You could be nearby. You don't have to be stacking. Stacking might make it too close because then you're using the center line, like Spicy mentioned, to separate you two. You also notice that your line, like all the tethers that are distance based, it'll become purple if you're further away and you're not taking like the extra damage. If I had, I could show the VOD of what happened in our run, but
it's just essentially two things happening at once, right, Des? So it's a proximity tether. You want to be far enough from the source point so that it doesn't do the instantly kill you damage. But then you also want to be basically on top of your partner so that both you and your partner get hit by both of each other's cones.
Yeah.
And so it'll effectively look like you're stacked on top of each other, and you very well could be. It's just that you just want to err on the safe side and stretch your tether out a little further, so you kind of be past each other. It's not that you can't be stacked. It's just that you want to make sure that you don't make your tether too short.
So couldn't
So
you
this
just?
diagram is wrong, and it should have the blue tethered person going more left.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Was like in this picture, could it just be, for instance, the melee's a dragoon on the left and the ninja on the right?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
It's very visually obvious. Like I actually caused it in our
I saw it.
last poll we just did, where mine was very briefly for a second too short, and then I stepped back like a step, and then it became normal again.
The thing that you have to concern yourself is that not only the tanks, but the party need to be wary of being at the direct center because of the cone if one of them's glowing, and the other one's not, right?
So Red is typing at least.
Wiggle check.
He generally recommends instead having 3 people that are plants.
That will work, yeah.
Because then only 3 people have to adjust or think about where they need to go. And they just need to, they can still line up, just 3 people lining up, which is
Wait.
much easier
Would
to
that-
see.
Would
Both
that be
healers and
healers
me?
Luna then? The casters?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds fine to me. If
Let's go.
if the melee and Dest are cool with that.
Let's go.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
at his range. I don't care. I'm gonna be in the back anyway.
Okay, I see what you mean. So you would have our lineup being the 2 healers and caster, and then everyone else is paired with the ranged DPS, and then the 2 melees. Probably we'll have Reaper up on top, and then we have
The opposite of what you're
Albert.
saying. The healers and the ranged plant.
our planning, yes.
Magic plant, yes.
But then we could also have the other side like be relative to their partners unless they need to adjust, right?
Sure. Yeah, you can still have a soft spot. But that's basically what I mean by like a lineup still with the last 3 people, right?
Yeah.
Where like obviously if you need to swap with someone then fine, but if you're already peachy keen where you're at, then you can just stay.
Okay. So I guess we could start forming that line now. Who wants to be closer to center, and then
We
for the
should probably
plan.
have the healers be close to center so they're in range of the tanks. The movie
Uh,
there.
We could have one healer at the center, one healer at the edge. It shouldn't matter as much.
Who are we attacking there?
It depends, because we need to figure out what's comfortable for our DPS. Because right after the tank buster, we need to do 2 party stacks, which is okay. Let's not skip there first.
Yeah.
So for now, let's do the lineup so that we figure out like who wants to be generally where, right?
Okay, let's have 2 be south.
Okay, yeah, 2 self then. And I'll be all the way up here because I don't matter.
So Spicy's not. Okay.
I'll be relatively center of the arena, north of the stack group.
Are the melees going to be in melee range if they get the other 2 stacked?
They should be, yes.
We
The
can
middle
have
one,
one
I think,
melee
because I
anchor.
remember targeting Race Valgar, and that was a fucking huge circle.
It's a really big circle.
They're
You're-
very
They're
big
both half
circles.
arena circles, so if you're at the
Yeah.
south end, you might have to like max melee to reach one of the bosses. But yeah,
Okay, so the party side is done for the tanks. We'll discuss who takes which dragon because it also depends on who has more DPS at that moment, right? But I'll be looking at a dragon and you'll be looking at a dragon pad. If you see that a dragon or your dragon does not have a glowing mouth, just call it out. So that means if it doesn't have a glowing mouth, that means the other one is going to do a single target tank buster. But if there's no call out between the both of us, they're both glowing, then we'll default stack, right?
Yeah. And so
Okay.
we're stacking at like super north then.
If it's a complete stack, we could stack middle because they're not going to do the cone at the middle. But we generally do want to be somewhat north because if a call out is late, then we have time to adjust without worrying about the cone at the center. So yeah, between
Sure. So yeah, I mean, either way, right? I'm just gonna mess with some shit. Like
Sure.
we can probably be like there, right? For a stack, not
Yes,
dead center
that works.
necessarily.
In terms of cooldowns, I will have shake it off for there. But generally, I don't see people shaking that. I see. Oh, let me actually post
Well,
my
we're not
mid thing.
warriors.
Wiggle.
fuck! I wasn't recording that last run. God damn it.
I have a general mitt from another group,
Here, let me-
so
Yeah, I wanted to know if my soil was up, because if it's up, it'll catch the
Oh,
3
yeah.
people on the back side.
generally
I
don't
was
see
going to ask, for the, should I be magic burying the last Quagga? Are we good on that Quagga?
I
Did
have
you
some
did
of
you
that
did you
before.
magic barrier on the last attempt?
Yes.
I don't remember how
I
healthy you were after it. Didn't
I
see
was going to Addle, but Addle wasn't up, so I just hit the other one.
So this is the mitt plan that someone gave me, and it is with
Ooh.
Astral Scholar. But then just ignore the Astral stuff and then just, I guess, supplement it with Sage stuff. We don't need much mitigation for the start. It would be a shield, and they use Sarah for their run. And then one of the tanks is going to use Reprisal. My Reprisal is not going to be up, so Pad's going to Reprisal that one. And it
Yeah,
should
because
catch both of
you're
them.
doing it for the Quagga, right?
Correct.
Yeah, cool. Then yeah,
So
mine's definitely up.
now that we're done talking about tethers, what happens directly after, which is page 3 or step 3, is the DPS will need to spread. It will randomly pick a DPS and do an AoE on them that will give them the debuff. And you don't really want to pass this to a healer ever, because it gives you healing down. It gives you a dot and it gives you healing down. If this debuff ever vanishes from the fight, Nidhogg's gonna rage. So in set times of the fight, we're gonna it's Thunder from
So
T.
you have to keep passing it.
Yeah.
Comes
It's
out.
Thunder from T. So
Is it Thunder from T in the sense that you explode in an AoE, or
Correct.
someone needs? Okay, cool.
it's
Even
exploded
better.
in AoE. Yeah.
Much better. Okay.
So after that, the DPS are all spread. Then we go to our light parties, which is step 4. We form our light parties, and then it's gonna be a single party stack for each group, right? And if we have a difference of over 3% between the two dragons' health, then it's a
Jeez.
wipe. So that's why this is when we discuss who's gonna tackle which dragon, because we can either pop our 2 minutes before this, or hold and pop our 2 minutes after. If we pop our 2 minutes before, then we need to know exactly who's gonna attack who and whose burst is what, because we're just gonna be going ham, right? Trying to go nonstop, and then control our DPS after the fact.
Gross.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a similar mindset to Living Liquid. Just
Yes.
make sure, especially that we have 2 range that aren't dot dependent. You guys may be forced to be kind of constantly on the watch for both of their health bars and swap accordingly as necessary. And similar to Door Boss, just if anybody notices that it's they're too far apart, and you start calling it out.
Yeah, I mean, I already do that in Door Boss, swapping between.
Yeah.
So, and this is why I mentioned where Pat and I will decide who we're gonna DPS, because Pat has a higher burst than me, right? For during 2 minutes, and so she would generally be on the team or the side that has lower average DPS, because of anti-dance or whatever, right? But then
Yeah, I mean, I assume that what we would probably want to do then is group Dest and Lob, and then Albert and Luna. Then probably.
Hmm.
that could probably work, and then we'll just adjust accordingly when
Yeah.
this is happening. So what's our light party going to be? Are we just gonna somewhat follow? Because we could stand near the middle, and you see on slide 4, they grouped up like that, and you just want to be on top of each other, whatever.
Oh my god, there's
I mean-
32 fucking slides to this?
Sure
It's
are.
a
Welcome to
4-minute
P6.
fight, or a
Oh.
4-minute phase.
So,
So
this is the hardest phase in the fight, probably.
Oh, okay. Cool.
This is the phase that walled World Prog so long because you have to prog every mechanic 3
Mhm.
seconds at a time,
Yo, it's red.
and
Back
it's
from dinner.
12 minutes into the fight.
Gotcha.
The mechanics themselves aren't complex. It's just that it's a really long dance, and you want to make sure you
Yeah.
get every single move
You gotta
correctly.
remember it.
Looking
and,
at this is
Well,
a lot of
It's
just
also
Nidhogg
you
EX
can't recover
repeats.
anything if a single death enrages it, and it becomes over.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
any death, not a specific death. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
If someone
There,
dies,
there are
you-
very edge cases, but for the most part, the edge case is so edge that you're
Right.
essentially dead anyways. Yeah.
This is insane.
So
If
do
you,
we
if
have
you
like
die to a
light
Hurls Vagar, that basically half of the deaths could be from Hurls Vagar, which is instantly wipe. Or if it's on a DPS who has the rot, then that's a wipe. But also if it's the next DPS, they don't get up in time, they don't pass the rot, that's also a wipe. You know, that kind of thing. There's so many cases where the game just says you fail.
So we need light parties.
Is there a
I
thing
guess we
where
could make it our
you
damage
can't
too, right?
retake the rod anymore?
If it drops off, then it's a wipe. Or yeah.
Well, I'm saying if somebody like dies next in line, can somebody
This
else?
party
Yeah, you
is
can
not
adjust
allowed
it.
to exist.
Yeah.
This
Adjust.
party absolutely cannot be these people.
Oh,
This is your highest DPS on every fucking thing.
Yeah, this is gonna be also our
Okay.
DPS party, and then our stack for the tank or the party stacks, light party, whatever. If someone dies with rot,
Man.
the timer will still go
That's still be over here and
on their
with us.
body, so
what
someone will need to run on top of their body, and then it'll explode still.
Okay, so it resolves irrespective if they're alive or not. It just happens on their body.
Yes.
It
Okay.
could be trio 2 parties if Celestia and Spicy switch.
Oh yeah.
But
sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could just make it Trio 2 party and just make things a lot.
do we want to go left then?
What do you mean?
are we not
Like-
doing north south?
It
This
would
is
be
gonna be
north-
north south. This is not gonna be
Okay.
Which one's north? Which one's south?
We're north.
I think party one could be north, because then
Yeah,
this
party
is
one
where we
is
normally
north,
go
is fine.
Yeah,
anyway.
that makes more sense because I'm also the northmost for the lineup.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then that's like the first couple of mechanics. Red could take over from here or whatever, since we do have time. It's really early in our pool.
I mean, we
We
that
should just get that
first
there, right?
mechanic we're going to see and get past most likely.
Oh, okay.
We
gotcha.
should probably discuss the next
Yeah.
mechanic is what's going to wall us for a while.
Yes.
What should be discussed.
Okay, gotcha.
'Cause
Um,
otherwise, really, we're going to do tethers, and we should be okay. If we die, like it's probably over because depending which tether killed somebody, it's in rage. But
Mhm.
then it's just light party stacks, which is just a mit check, and it's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next is like the actual like serious mechanic.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. So, are you saying we should actually leave the instance?
We
at
don't
this
need to
point?
discuss anything past
Hallowed
this
Wings
mechanic,
is-
but we should discuss Bomberman.
Yeah, we should discuss
okay.
slide 6 for sure.
Roth.
Yeah,
Yeah, Roth of the
Roth
yeah, Roth of Flame is Bomberman. That's Leslie's talking.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Oh,
there-
yeah,
there's
the
one. I
EX
forgot. There's one more
mechanic.
mechanic in between, but it's
Yeah, I was
super
about to say,
simple.
Hollowed Wings seems easy.
Yeah, because that's well, I
Yeah,
so that
the-
explanation is there's a hot wing and or no, in that case, Hurriesvogel is cleaving one side of the arena and Nidhogg's diving another side, so there's just like
Yes.
a single quadrant safe, and
Mhm.
Yeah,
then
it's
tanks have to
Shiva.
determine whether
Exactly.
it's close or far.
Yep.
So for step 6, the wings are gonna glow, like you guys mentioned, and it's definitely Shiva. If his right is glowing, then north is gonna get cleaved because he's looking at the center right.
Mhm.
And vice versa. Nidhogg
just-
is gonna fly off to the side and do a half map cleave, either close to Restraver or away from him. And then
Is he always on the
during
south
that-
of the map?
I think he cleaves like the two halves. I'm not sure if he's always on south.
No, I don't think it's
I assume
static.
he's not. Okay, yeah,
It's
just
like
making
EX.
sure.
Can appear north or south, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I would assume. It would be kind of nice. It would be, I don't know. I wouldn't expect them to make it exactly south, but I wanted to check just in
You
case.
could probably hear him coming down because
Yeah,
dragons
he
have
does that like
effect.
whoop kind of
Yeah.
noise.
This is
So
also a small,
yeah,
a
this
small
says
note
north
for
south.
the DPS. This and other multiple points in the fight is where only one boss is targetable. So just be careful on what DPS you're doing.
yes,
Because yeah, the health will naturally, just like door boss, the health will naturally misalign because one goes untargetable and the other one's still alive.
but
targetable.
thankfully it's Nidhogg will be untargetable first, then the other side, Resvalgar, will be untargetable for Wrath of the Flame. And then after that, we need stabilize damage again. But whatever, we're jumping ahead. During this, one quadrant would be safe, right? And then we look at Resvalgar's face. If he has his head up, he's gonna shoot the two furthest distance targets. So that means the two tanks will need to run away from Resvalgar, and the party runs closer in the box. And then if he points his head down, he's gonna shoot at the two closest targets. So it's gonna be reversed. And then that's basically it for this lineup.
I'm not sure if you know the answer to this, but are the AoEs shown in this kind of accurate? Because it seems
It's somewhat
like
accurate. Yes, they're tank busters, and they're about that size.
if it's about that size, then it could be brain dead for the DPS. Just stack dead center of your square. Which you can use the marker to kind of offset.
Don't.
That's the.
I
But we
wouldn't
already
risk-
have the. We already have the debuff, right? We can't.
No. You can stack together right now because the debuff only goes off when the timer runs out.
Yeah, it is lightning.
Oh.
Yeah. So as long as
Oh, I
the timer's
forgot.
not
Right.
done,
Okay.
you're good.
It's not
Yeah.
actual rot. Okay.
I'd really prefer people didn't die to getting clipped by things.
I wouldn't
There's
recommend
zero
cleaving.
reason to greed.
I
You're in
refer
range
y'all to
of
slide
everything.
9.
Yeah,
for
I was gonna
AoE
say,
sizes.
I'm staring at how big they are. Center is not safe.
Yeah.
Well,
I
this is
refer
before-
y'all to slide 9 of the presentation, not of the toolbox.
Yeah, Red
okay.
also posted his stuff.
There is
See how sketchy it
images
is.
of the AoEs.
Oh, they're massive. Okay, yeah, they're huge. Okay, that makes sense.
Wait.
There's also a note: respect the content. AoEs are big chunk.
Oh, he has one. Wait.
Okay, they're much
It's
bigger.
a
than
very
that.
good slide.
Okay. Red, do you have recommendations of how we're gonna do Roth?
Oh, Bomberman?
Yes.
I mean, standard seems fine. I don't see any reason not to just do
Standard
safety
being,
standard.
Check mark movement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do the Nike swoosh.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason not to. There's like a weird uptime thing you can do, but fuck that shit. That mad dangerous, not worth.
So for Roth movement, I do know that there is a slim chance that Racefogger is gonna cleave the third set of bombs, and then you're gonna have to do a 2-to-1 dodge.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
There is a case like that. Yes.
Is this saying that the bombs are always in this order though?
Not necessarily in that exact order. The center is always 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But
I see.
2
Okay.
and 3 could be swapped.
Okay.
They do always occur in a line like that. So
Yeah, okay.
like if 1 is in the center and 2 appears in the southwest, then 3 will be in the northeast. And if 2 appears in the southeast, then 3 will be in the northwest, right, etc.
Yep.
So
And
they do
during
always
that,
appear in that line.
we had to stay stacked too and use our mitts right when I think people generally use their mitts right when the third set of flames appear, because the initial hit of that party stack that's gonna happen is stronger than the following hits.
Yeah, talk more.
And if someone dies and they have a debuff, it's gonna kill everyone else in the party. You're all gonna get like individual debuffs. There's gonna be 2 people that have a bright color debuff
White.
or white, yeah. And then you're gonna have 2 people with a dark/reddish color debuff.
It's like a
Yeah.
white
And
dragon and a black dragon.
yes, the simple way that people went about it is that you move to the direction of the dragon, but that's after the fact, to resolve your debuffs. But
Just note that it's not 2 black, it's 4.
Yeah, it's 2 whites and
4
or
black.
blacks,
or
and then
Oh.
2
black,
unmarked.
purple, reds, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Yep.
The darker ones are spreads. The white ones you need to stack with one person who has no debuff. So there will be 4 people with a dark debuff, 2 people with a white debuff, 2 people with no debuff. So those 2 people with no debuff, each one needs to stack with a person with a white debuff. And then the reds need to stay out of each other's way. When this resolves, a hot wing or a hot tail will go out. So if it's hot tail, then you have a bit more space to play with. So you can just sort of like spread a little more. If it's hot wings, you are more restricted. However, it is possible to put 2 dark debuffs next to each other as long as the 2 people are standing at the edges of the safe zone. So the AoEs are big, but they're not massive. Like, yeah, you don't have to
Also-
be completely vertically stacked. There's some horizontal room there.
Keep in mind, aside from just the hot tail and hot wing, Race Falger's also doing his Shiva mechanic of half of the map's getting cleaved. There's no tank buster to it though, but his wing is gonna glow.
I don't think
talking
that's true
about
here. I think that's
around-
true later.
Yeah, that's
Step 24
Is that
and
later?
5.
yeah. He's not.
Oh, it's the next
He's
set
not
of
doing anything at that point.
Okay.
He dives and that's it.
Yeah.
Really?
There's a later
Huh.
mechanic where he does hollowed wing again, and that also comes with the
I see it.
TB.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah.
But
Wiggle check.
Yeah,
Probably
Bomberman
just
is the major mechanic check there.
resetting
we're
the
about to
input
go to break. Should
after,
we just,
right?
or should we just keep going?
Is there anything else to discuss? Because
The
we did
check-
start today.
The movement, I guess, you can see it from steps 13 and above. That's how they're doing the check mark, right? You go to one side, you go diagonally, and then you make the check mark towards the center.
I see. Okay. I would say because we started a bit late, we can go until 8 and then take our break, and then hopefully see the mechanic one or 2 more times.
Yeah. Pat, in terms of cooldowns, we need to worry about the first tank buster isn't gonna straight up kill us. So we could just
The
use our
first
personal.
one.
Yeah, the very first one of either stack or spread. If it's spread, then you could help the other tank by, if your dragon's mouth is not glowing, you pass the other tank your TBN plus your oblation. But if it is glowing or whatever, then you just TBN and oblation yourself, and you should be able to survive that. I'm gonna blood wedding and equilibrium so I don't die to the auto. But yeah.
Okay, so it's genuinely shitty enough that a 10% mid and 25 shield is good enough.
Because your shield is really strong, yeah.
Okay.
Mortal Vow gets passed after the first pass is after the set of. That's.
We need to decide that as a group, right?
Okay. We can talk about that when we do the break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there are lots of safe spots
Oh.
in House Mortal Vow. You just kind of have to pick one that
Gonna
people
break
are happy
25
with.
minutes ago.
What?
I kind of need to take a break now.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Well, if you need a break, then
Because
take a break.
Yeah, I have to take care of my sister's cat. She's not here.
Okay. Well then,
Okay.
never mind. We'll take the
I was
break.
doing that just the
Do
other
we
day.
step up?
Yep, we can.
Yep.
May as well. See you later.
Yeah, the next time we need to use cooldowns, Pat, is when we're doing the
The up
plumes.
down, right?
Yes, the up down. Then we're popping our ramparts plus our
Mhm.
personals.
Okay.
The way we have our cooldowns now, if we use only our 30% at the very end, we'll have the 30% for the final up down. So the final up down will just have our 30% running. We need to save our personals because a couple seconds after that, we're doing dark orb tank busters again, or dark light orbs, which is the glowing mouths. So it will be at the start, just our personals. Then it's going to be Rampart plus personals. Then it's going to be 30%. Then Rampart plus personals. And then our immunity.
Okay, so we are planning to immune the dives.
Unless we want to do it naturally, which
There's no short of doing weird stack stuff for the last phase. There doesn't seem to be any benefit to having your invulns there.
Mhm.
Though I think technically you'll probably have yours up for the last one, I guess. If we
Mine will
cared.
be up at the very end. Yes.
Mine has been up for 3 minutes at this point.
Yeah.
For the last phase, if you guys were to not invuln, you'd have it for there, but there's not really anything there that it actually is useful
Would
for.
break
right?
on even.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea. I don't want to spoil anything, so
Yeah, it's fine.
So-
and from a healing perspective, it would change absolutely nothing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
unless you're doing some solo ass healing, in which case having both invulns is super nice because you have some real strange tech going on.
Pat, do you want to use missionary for the party stack, or do you want to use it for Roth, the one where we're getting like multiple hits and moving at the same time?
I
I
mean, I
feel-
should have it by party stack.
Yeah,
I
my
use
shake
it
should
on
be
the
up to.
first ancient quagga in P5.
The reason why I asked is because we shouldn't use both of our AoEs.
Yeah,
Either
I
I'm
agree.
gonna shake that, or you're gonna missionary that, and then the other person is gonna do Roth. Where it doesn't really matter to me because from what I saw, if a warrior uses shake for Roth, they delay their shake until the second hit to also heal people at the same time. So you won't have the initial shield, but it will heal people and also give them a baby shield for the final 2 hits or whatever. But if you missionary, then your missionary will catch the whole thing, basically.
I guess the only thing that is whether or not like is having more missionaries overall more beneficial than having more shakes.
I feel missionary is stronger than Jake.
That's kind of how I
Personally.
feel too. So I feel like if I do the party stack, then I should have it back sooner, right? And therefore can
Yes, I think
squeeze in
so.
more
Yeah.
of them theoretically for the rest of the fight.
Yeah. So, in this list of like cooldowns and stuff like that, or it doesn't really have us using it a second time because we're saving it for later. Because we won't have, or we shouldn't have feints for the first spread, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Or
if you're
light
if
body?
you're saying that we're not gonna need them again until we basically both already have it back, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But or rather, it doesn't matter in planning it that way.
To be fair, this is a template, right? So whatever works with us, we should probably go for it.
Sure. I mean, also arguably, like a shield is more useful on a single hit, whereas mitigation is better on multiple hits, right?
Mhm.
And so for Roth, we'd be doing multi hits. So yeah, if we want to put it on Roth instead to get an extra 10% mit on every hit, I think that might be more valuable if there's not really a reason to do otherwise.
Okay. Oh, right. Dark Mind. You can pop your Dark Mind at the very start.
For the first TB? Or
Yeah,
just
for
in
the first
general?
TB. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I've talked to one Dark Knight actually, and then they said they just pop their Dark Mind because it'll be up for when they need it again.
Yeah, it's only a minute. Like,
Yeah.
Cooldown in the game.
it's kind of a sin to not just pop it, even if the hit is physical, because it's only a minute.
Yeah. Thankfully, it's magic though. I don't know
Thank
why.
God.
So the only reason why I thought it was physical is because I saw in the balance sheet, people said it was a physical tank buster if it doesn't glow. I'm like, really? That is interesting. And then I looked at FF logs, and then they're like, okay, it's magic.
Good old
in the wrong
balance, doing
that
balance
thing?
things.
Oh
Uh,
man.
The balances sheet had a lot of things that were just completely incorrect as like people were progging.
How is that
they just
possible?
didn't
People are
update?
progging with augments. They're
I-
100% progging with augments.
It's just because I think there's a few people editing it, and one person edits the wrong thing, and then it takes a while before people
Oh.
actually notice it's wrong.
That's
Yeah, fair enough.
You know, they need version control on their fucking bro. You need someone to sign off on your fucking update.
So what did y'all talk about? Let me back this up. In my opinion, the things that you want ironed out first are going to be cones, who's standing still, who's moving, and where are you standing? Because from what I understand, the spots are kind of specific-ish. And then you're going to want to have your rot order ironed out. Who's taking rot?
Yeah.
In what order?
So I think for rot, I think the cheeky idea we can actually kind of use is party order, just to make it obvious who's next. The only issue is if you're the DPS yourself, then you may be at the top of the list.
So,
Unless you change
does
that.
rot only get passed to DPS?
At the start.
So you do not want it to go on a healer. Other than that,
Right.
everyone can have it.
Sure, I just mean how many times do we pass it?
Says 5.
4? 5?
Says
If
5.
it's 4, then it would be
The
just
last
DPS,
one technically
but
doesn't really count. It is a pass, but but nothing
it's just
happens after
check
the
that
last
you
one.
passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing important happens after the very last pass. So it could
But it
even
has to pass.
yeah. But rather,
So
what I
it's
mean is like the
5
last
then.
one. It doesn't even really matter who it goes on. We should probably still assign who it goes on. But like you could give it to a tank and it wouldn't matter, right? If
Okay.
you give it a healer, it probably wouldn't matter.
So
I see people let it pop on the group.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, then that's probably
Okay.
fine. Because yeah,
Because
it's
there's
kind of the
no
same as what
consequence
Spicy
to it.
said, but I was going to say like potentially you just have there's a person who always takes rot from you, right?
Mhm.
So if Albert says like I have rot and Luna's like always takes rot from Albert, then she knows that she's next rot or whatever,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah, that could work.
Which may as well be party list, yeah, because you can literally just look up and but well, okay, never mind. Absolutely cannot be party list unless you shift yourself to not be the first person in your own party
Right.
list.
Yep.
So, and you all have to have the same party list. So,
Yeah.
But
The reason
arguably,
why I suggest
assign.
the party list is because if
yeah, an assigned order is fine.
if you're a specific order, say like Luna goes after Albert, sure Luna's not on the same order as Albert, but Luna should also memorize that she's after Albert. But for the rest of everybody else, we can also just make the call out Luna get next. Because we will also all of us are glancing at the list, or whoever is at least paying attention, it can glance at the list and know that Rot is coming up. Luna, go pick it up from Albert.
Sure, we can make it whatever the default for DPS is based off of what healers and tanks see. But then,
I mean, if it's only the 4 DPS, I don't know. I don't think we have to think too hard and just be like, just assign pretty much an order.
yeah, the
I mean,
main
that's
thing
fine.
is you just have to remember
Yeah.
that the
It's-
person you're taking it from has it, basically, right? Because it's
Exactly.
not always going to be at the same time part of the fight that you're going to be taking it.
The reason why I want to suggest the reason why I'm suggesting this in the first place is just for mistake mitigation. In the case that like, the fight's hectic and everyone's doing something and the pass is coming up in 3 seconds, as opposed to just blurting out somebody pass because nobody knows who's supposed to go next. At least some of us can call out directly the person that should be picking it up.
So someone recommended this to me. That their pass order was initially DPS always gets it, right? Then they pass it to tank, and then the tank will pass it to the other tank, and then pass it to DPS. I think the order for that is fine, but I don't like having a DPS being fourth for the sake of they're taking a dot and they're gonna eat the cauterize at the same time, or the dragon dives.
So the
that's a lot.
debuff is healing output or
No,
healing
healing
received?
incoming healing reduced.
No,
I don't
it's
know that
output.
you.
It's output healing.
It's outgoing.
Output, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Somebody
Well, that's
clearly
why-
hasn't read
Yeah,
my
that would make
slide,
sense
which
if I were the
specifically
healer.
says output.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
that's
didn't,
what
I
I
didn't
would
catch your slide
expect
first. I was
since
looking at the
we're
other resources
specifically
and
not
they
healers.
specified. Yeah,
So
the
yeah.
toolbox specified it was healing incoming, which is why I'm confused.
Yeah, I saw that on the toolbox too.
This might be outdated, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yes. If it is strictly output, which still kind of sucks because tanks do heal themselves, but whatever.
correct.
Well, you won't be with rot on you, let me tell you that much.
It would simplify things because it does mean that those passes are always the same.
Mm-hmm.
But
And then it
again,
doesn't. You don't even have to think about who's supposed to go there. It's just Pad always takes the first rot, and then I always pass to Aurora, and then Aurora always passes to
a DPS at a
someone.
certain
A
location.
DPS, yeah.
But,
There would be
but then,
a primary DPS, and then unless they were picked first, then there would be a flex DPS to take the fourth one.
yeah, the scary thing is mentioning with the fourth DPS, is that they're taking ticks during this whole time when wild charge is gonna happen. So I've seen my friend's prog group with this formation die sometimes because of one person is low for the cauterize.
Mm-hmm.
Which one
And
is the wild chart? The
cauterize the two dragons being at north, and then they cleave through the room,
Oh,
and then
okay,
get
okay.
the opposite.
Basically the very last mechanic. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
and it's really unlucky if both healers get pyretic, because then they can't like heal or
You
risk healing.
have me, so at the very least, I can fairy tether the person, which will keep them close to
That
top
could
deck.
work.
Yeah.
Yes, that could work then. But because we're muting, which is also funny for Fat and I, we're gonna be taking a dot of like 16k. You can think of it like an auto attack while both dragons are casting, so that's gonna be fun. I'm pretty sure my equilibrium's up at that time, and Pad's healing through Living Dead, so
Man,
So
all this is telling me the Warrior of Light thinks Harshfont should have just died.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Welcome to the conclusion the community came to while watching this.
It's like, oh man, nah, it's a good thing he
Look,
shielded me.
it's
He
not
took one for the
it's
team,
not
bro.
that the Warrior of Light thinks Harshfont should have died. It's Yoshi P / the Wandering Minstrel telling
Well,
you that this is what would have happened if he survived.
but that's what the minstrel said, was like, he can't imagine it, so you do it.
Yeah, I
Or
guess
did
it's
you
a
read
fucking.
the cutscene? Dun dun
It
dun dun.
did, but at the same time, it's like it's weird because he's still controlling the narrative to some degrees. I guess it's both.
So yeah, so I would do that, and then yeah, the last thing I would be focused on is like your DPS outputs for that first Akafa. Because I think if you hammer out those things, then you'll be able to kind of smoothly get to Bomberman. And then like I think once you've seen Bomberman once or twice, and then like you look at the strats, and then like you see it a few more times, like you'll start to put it together. Because otherwise there's just a lot happening in Bomberman. Just it's a lot of moving pieces to like understand ahead of time. Is there any regarding rot, so your prog mentality should definitely be, if you're unsure if you're the person who should be taking rot next, just go take rot. Because rot dropping on the floor wipes you now. You taking rot early wipes you later, right? So if you're like, do I take rot here? Just go take rot. It doesn't matter if it's your turn or not. Just if you are unsure, just go take it.
Yep, and figure it out later. Yeah.
See more of the fight, and then after the pull, go. We had 3 people with rot. Who was supposed to take rot there, right? And iron it out that way, and you'll be able to prog.
I forgot what happens if multiple people are standing in the AoE when it goes off.
They all get rot.
They all get rot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like
Okay.
Thunder where it'll instantly wipe. but everyone will have the debuff.
Yeah, and this will wipe you in a variety of ways. So, like, if a healer ever gets it, then they won't be able to heal, and then someone's going to die to a ray, like, mechanic of some sort, and you're going to wipe. And if you pass it to too many people too often, you won't have enough people to pass it enough times, and eventually it will just fall off, and Nidhogg will wipe you. But both of those will happen in the future, not at the moment the rot passes, which is an immediate wipe.
Alrighty. Is there anything else you want to bring up, Red, before we sort of get back into it?
So just for the sake of the rot order, did we iron out what our cycle is, so to speak?
Not yet.
Are you committed?
People are on break technically.
Are you committed to the fairy tether for 4th DPS?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay, then.
Pretty easy.
Then,
I'm always really high in fairy tether because this fight has very little auto attacking.
okay, if that is feasible, then I personally do like the static pass of first random DPS, pad Aurora, and then 4th DPS being whoever and a flex basically, and then the 5th one we don't care, right? We said it could just go in the whole party because if you don't make it at that point, you wipe.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's fair. So I that sounds super easy compared to figuring out, because not only do you have to learn different timings, you have to learn different places to soak as well if you're doing a static order of DPS. So
when does the immunity debuff, right? The what you can't take rot debuff, does that just immediately disappear when you kill the face?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know that there is some damage going out at the end, but if we're at like 90% healing reduction, then we can't really top the party until that goes away. And if it goes away early enough, then it's fine.
Okay, maybe you don't.
I mean, I would just stay out of the rot as a healer.
mean,
Yeah,
period.
exactly.
the
If
heals
the rot is dead center at the north side, with the entire party except for the healers, the healer just fuck off to some other side of the north
To
side.
the
Then
corner,
it's fine.
the corners or something. Yeah.
Yeah, you just go to a corner.
Yeah, if you're a healer, just stay out of rot. Don't take it ever. It's not good for you.
Yeah, you don't want to get a rot because then you still do need to heal during the enrage cast because both tanks have a dot on them, and I'm gonna be relatively low. Pad is gonna be I don't know how low after Living Dead resolves.
Pat's gonna be super low because she has no way of healing herself, so we have to.
Yeah, if I
heal
have
through the
healing
Living Dead.
reduced, then yeah.
Oh, and you're.
Do we want to give it?
Yeah.
Do we want to give it to Aurora first?
In terms of,
you're still talking about stuff that happens towards the end, though, right?
no, I think the healing reduce only applies when you have the rot currently. So Pad and I can't stand in like the pile with everyone else because we have self heals too.
Okay. You're saying the dot persists beyond rot, but once rot is passed, rot is passed.
No. It's not that dot. We're getting hit by cauterize because we're not resolving the mechanic correctly. We're using immunities for it, right? I'm gonna have a fire debuff or ice debuff, and then you're gonna have a fire ice debuff that's gonna persist the whole time.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe it's just easier if we just commit a static order rather than like dealing with the party stuff. So, is there a best DPS to have be the one that gets the dot?
The one that has the most health.
Most health, yeah.
Oh, okay. Does it not care about the defense at all?
I don't think it should.
Okay.
Sure.
Because yeah, sure. I just bring it up because I think I'm near the top, or maybe it's Lob.
I mean, you
probably
both
would
wear the
by
same
race.
armor.
Yeah, by race you would probably be higher.
Sure, but I'm just saying I've taken more damage before, so I don't.
Maybe you Lob because he could sacred or use that little circle move on himself on the initial hit to take lower damage, and he could use second wind right before cauterize if he needs it. But then we'll have fairy tether during there.
Okay, the wild charge will definitely send the entire party to under half health, right? Like it'll probably bring everyone low, and then the cauterize will possibly take you to 0, right? Is that how it works?
No. No one is taking the Cauterize ticks. It's just the wild charge.
Sorry, not the cauterize. I mean the rot ticks, right? The
If
wild
they're-
charge does so much damage that it'll bring them low, and then the ticks might bring them to 0. Is what
Correct.
we're worried about, right?
Yes.
If that's the case, then I could just save a X-Tog, and that'll keep him healthy.
They also lose a shield too. Keep that in mind, right? The wild charge does about maybe 70% damage, I would say. In most cases, I saw someone without a shield eat one and just die instantly. So probably don't want to give it to caster. But since it is a wild charge, I don't know if the dot person should be in the far back of the party.
I don't think so.
But if that's the case, then we could have a ranged DPS because you could technically attack the boss during that time, and then just stop when you see your debuff is at like 4 seconds or something, just so you don't risk it.
Okay, so how about this? So DPS random, Pad Aurora, Lob Alflex, and then we'll just say Luna or Dust for the final one, just to make it static, just
dumping it on the party.
Oh, okay. If that is completely fine.
Yeah, the party could go north, and then
The
the
healers
tanks
will just
will
not be north. Yeah.
Yeah, and the tanks will probably not be north to either, because then we have our heals, right? Like I need to equilibrium right now.
Yep, just all the DPS just stack on A, right?
The tanks
A
don't
being
care
north.
here.
So I'm last unless I'm first or whatever.
Yes.
Red,
Well,
can
yeah,
I
I guess it'd wear off before then, even, right?
can I not
I
get
think so.
the rot anymore?
Oh, well.
No, you're immune because you've gotten rot. Both
Oh,
of
okay,
you.
so we
yeah,
could just stack.
so
Okay.
we can just stack. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, neither one of you gives a fuck about the rot. Like y'all can go ham.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some things we'll probably hash out later is who gets the first rot of the tanks, because I need to see where I'm going to use my equilibrium.
I think that's fair. So, but we can stick with
But
Pad then
for
you
now.
For now.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else we need to hash out?
I still didn't understand the tether plants, but we can do that when we go in.
Like slide 2, right?
Oh, you're talking about
Our tether
Celestia,
plants.
Spicy, and
Yeah,
Luna
but
planting?
I didn't see where they were.
I don't know why you have those 3 planting.
Because
You should have a melee planting.
That's kind of why I brought it up earlier. I don't think the second one is in melee range. I think only the farthest forward one will be in melee range.
Of both for sure. You might be able to hit one of them from the second spot, maybe, but I don't think so.
Because I was second when we.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I were y'all, I would have the 2 melees trying to be in the northernmost spot, and one of them is the plant. So your 2 melees are Lob and Albert, right?
Yeah.
So it would be Lob and Albert in the northernmost spot. You guys are hanging out. If you're opposite color tethers, great. Both of you stay there and hit bosses. If you're the same color tether, one of you is the plant and stays there anyway, and the other one is going to adjust and lose uptime. But that's just how it goes.
Way it be.
So the real question is, which one of you is a Chad and which one of you is a Beta?
Blob has a cast time.
Yeah, no, I'll flex. I'm already flexing for him for Dot.
I mean, how long does it last? I have my scythe. That does a lot of damage.
Technically speaking, as you get comfortable with it, you'll lose at most 1 GCD because you're just timing the cone, right? You could be like in melee, and right before it resolves, you scoot back into your stack, and then you go back into melee.
As long as it's not like a check issue, I really don't care about my numbers.
Yeah, it's fine. I think it's okay if you're just the first plant, and then I will adjust. So you're saying both Lob and myself will be middle, and if we are both the same, I need to go down 1, essentially.
You need to go down
top, right?
To
The second.
Yeah, it's not middle. The first one is still slightly south, right?
yes.
Because middle's not long
Yes.
enough.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I mean top
means
as
middle
in
of the pack.
top
Yeah.
of the
Yes.
3. Yes.
Yes.
And then where you'll adjust to will depend, right? So like, if say that you and Lob are both blue, right, and the person who's planting in the spot just below you, like more south of you, is also blue, then you're not going to go there, right? You're going to
You
go
have to go all the way down.
Even further down.
Yeah.
Okay.
The nice
You
part
just check
is
each
you will.
person behind you.
Yeah, so you'll know which group you're going to because the group you're going to will also have a double colored tether, right? That's just how that works out.
Do we want to have both healers be mid then? Me and Lunar in the back, or?
Past that, it doesn't matter because I mean you all have the same uptime. So
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever makes it easiest to resolve if there's anything beyond.
Yeah, we
me
can.
running down.
yeah, sure, you can go both healers in the mid, Luna, Dest, right, in the far back to start.
Yeah.
And then
Theoretically,
each pair has a plant.
yeah,
Well,
theoretically, you
you're
don't need a
bounding the
healer
planting between us.
to deal with the tanks because then at most we'll be probably taking 60k damage, right? And then 16k auto attack right after. And that's the case if it's a shared because we're getting hit by our tank buster, which is 40k or 35k, whatever, and then we take like maybe 10k from the opposite color. But because we're taking it from the opposite color, it's reduced damage.
Okay.
Yeah, the tanks will be fine without a healer up on top.
Okay. Cool. Is there anything else we need to talk about then?
Did we decide where our 2 minutes are going?
I mean, they're up right at the start of the fight. aren't they?
So yes, that's what I was mentioning before, where some groups use their 2 minutes at the start, some groups hold their 2 minutes after the DPS check moment. But I personally don't like the idea of holding it to after, but it is safer, right? Because we don't have like bursty damage. But if we use our 2 minutes at the very start, we'll have it and our pot timing right when near the end of the phase. So it's up to the group to decide.
And for the healer pair and the range pair, who should be planting? Do you prefer planting or do you prefer moving, Celestia?
I don't care.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
He said he doesn't care.
Okay. I guess I'll plant just to claim the easy roll.
Make the bot do more.
He was built for it.
My shield heals are hard casted. Okay, they're not instant.
And I'm his range, so obviously Luna.
Yeah.
Are we mid?
Okay.
Was that decided? I
We're
mean,
the middle of the line. Yes, yeah. We're the middle of the lineup, so we're group 2 in the center.
Okay. I guess to Luna's and Aurora's point about the 2 minutes, yeah, let's just pop it at the beginning, and then if it turns out it's actually fucking awful for us, we can change it at that point. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
it's a huge
unless it's a problem, we shouldn't not do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you guys talk about the Akafa tether?
In terms of if you see the tether, it's gonna be a wipe because it's 3% difference or over. 3%?
No, the tether always appears.
I thought
It means
vanishes.
something.
Oh,
Okay,
are we?
You didn't talk about the tether. Okay.
Okay.
So the tether will appear to tell you which dragon is at higher HP. So if it's purple, then it's Nidhogg, and if it's white, then it's Ray.
I
So
see.
when you see the tether appear, you should switch your DPS to whoever the tether is on, so that you don't nuke everyone during the Akafa, right?
Okay, I wasn't aware of that. That's actually really good information.
Yeah,
But-
that's actually really helpful. It's better than fucking Hand of Pain where you just kind of
Which
oops,
slide is
we
that?
didn't notice.
It's
It's
flat
not
out.
Oh, it's
in-
not in a slide? Oh, okay.
So I do know that when both are close to each other in terms of health, a tether does not appear though. But when
Yeah,
you
if they're
see
like
a tether-
close enough, like if they're like right on top of each other, it might not appear. But like, it doesn't mean that you've died if you see the
Yes.
tether.
It's-
It's telling you which dragon is higher.
What colors did you say?
So purple or black, whichever you want to call it, will be Nidhogg, and white or blue
As
will
in,
be Ray.
Nidhogg is higher.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So you should
attack,
be hitting
attack the
Nidhogg.
tether.
Attack the
Yeah.
bridge. Yeah.
With that said, are we splitting DPS at the start?
I mean,
Should be the light parties, right?
it should be the light parties in terms of our natural damage should be fine. Hopefully.
Yeah, so,
So-
right now my team will be on Hracevilger, and
Okay.
Roar's team
And
will be on
Team
Nidhogg.
Nidhogg.
Let me know when you're
Team
good.
Hog.
Oh, I see it.
Of course,
Team
people who
Eggnog.
could double cleave, feel free to double cleave, right?
Yeah, I'll be slapping the floor the entire time in the center if I can.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be double dotting when I can, but that's about it.
I guess I could AoE.
And my axe.
Oh lord.
Oh boy.
Let's
I couldn't
just
tell if
pull
that
aggro
says-
from each other.
was said there, but the tether does go away if they're within 3.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
There's
said.
just no tether at all if they're in range.
If
not
you
new
see
information.
the tether right when the damage comes out, we're dead.
Yeah, okay, that might be true because like the tether definitely showed up in VODs I was watching where they didn't die to it, right? And the tether was there.
Then
Yeah,
they,
so-
then they corrected it at the very last second.
How long is this phase?
Is this true?
4
Does it
minutes.
appear to
minutes.
4 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, if there is a tether when the cast ends, it's death.
Interesting. Okay. Then yeah, everyone was always in balance.
Essentially, the goal is to get rid of the tether, and then once you see the tether's gone, to balance.
Gotcha,
Alright,
gotcha.
guys, we need to get through the first 11 minutes of the fight to get there.
Oh god, I'm so sick of it.
But think about the bragging, right?
Okay, y'all are back in it.
And you
Which means
can go
I'm back to stream.
Thanks, Red.
Thanks, Red.
Extra.
Yo, fuck Red.
Wow, I'm still here, Lawbar. My Discord is hiding behind my FF.
Yo, he's Aurora now, though.
Yo, this is identity theft.
No. Once you get this, you can go back to the RP venues, head held high.
God, I don't... Just go hang out in the RP venues with my Heaven's Legend weapon and title. Really flex on those casuals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saved Harshafont. What about it?
It's a bad idea. Don't do it. I'm here from the future to stop you.
Let him die.
Or I'll took one for the team.
Oh, Adel fell. Like a lot. Where am I? There I am.
In.
Even. Wow. I wonder if, like, even if you could somehow manage to save Harshfont here, if it would even do anything.
Yeah, probably not.
Because, the music changes on the second time through. So I don't even think it's the same zone.
It's the same zone. It's the Thorntons.
It's the Thorntons.
Yeah. Welcome to the Thorntonverse.
Welcome to the back Thorntons.
I jumped into that puddle.
Eep.
I barely recognized that was Pat. Alright, let's go clear phase 6.
What are you talking about? We're gonna wipe to death for an hour.
Do you mind? Let me
Yeah.
hope. Let me dream.
let's dream of a future where we clear death consistently.
Honestly.
Dream of the future where Horsefant lives.
No.
I'm kind of done with that.
Yeah, I think it's pretty. The consensus is he deserved to die.
Warrior of Light goes back to his grave, carves out he deserves it.
He didn't die soon enough, actually.
You save Harshaphant after the vault. A portal opens, someone walks through, dressed in a shitty Thornton costume, and shoots him.
Purple.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
kind of feels like it destroys the
No, you
Oh,
do
for
it,
sure.
and then
sanctity
to
of
tie in.
I
Haunted
fucked up.
Hunt.
I'm dead. Bye.
Don't worry, Pat. I got your tether.
Thank you.
You do it, and fucking Ardbor comes out of the portal.
Here we
kills him.
go, and there's some tank.
I probably should
And now
have
it's
gotten
sees
from
the
the water
warrior
sip
of
there.
darkness.
Ah!
Yeah. Eventually, when we get there, I'm ready for popcorn. Not popcorn, I mean Bomberman.
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Is that the strat that we're gonna call it?
Good. But yeah, all I know is that I've got some really cursed strats planned for it to make it work. For healing specifically, because healing that's gonna be asked.
We could super shield it.
Yeah, that's the start of it, but there's gonna be a lot of intermediate healing during it too.
Yeah.
Going to plant the fairy at the start, and then have it start following me halfway through, and then have it replanted right after. It'll be fun stuff.
I mean, we'll also have like Panheima and stuff like that, right? Purple.
Cool.
Panheim was not gonna save from getting chipped down because the damage can be a little
Yeah,
higher than
it
Panheimer's
does
shield,
like
though.
20 to 30k damage per tick after the first one. With all of our cooldowns.
Right.
That's a lot.
Is this the healing you were concerned about, Celestian?
No.
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 No. It's last phase.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that at all. We can super mid that.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Like I'll have Panheima and Physis running, and I can heal and move without needing swift cast.
That's true. You can do that.
Every time I look at logs and I see like P7 and the healer's like quadruple in healing output, it's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I was looking at
Quicker.
like DPS stuff and like they're like, yeah, for your first clear healers are like for like sages and like white mages, like yeah, 3,500 DPS is pretty good.
I got Bloodbath ready.
Clockwise.
Why? You can go back to mute if you want, Aurora. It's okay. You don't have to talk.
We love you, Aurora. Don't
Love
leave.
you.
Yeah, don't chase them
Look.
away.
Oh, thanks,
I'm
guys.
the only one that hasn't bullied this poor man. East to north,
Leftmost.
Left
left it's called.
I've never bullied Aurora in my life. See, isn't that right, Aurora?
Is that right, Aurora?
Auntie?
Sometimes I use hyperbole and make like ridiculous claims with my mom, and she doesn't say anything. But with one exception, why I say I've never done anything wrong in my whole life, she never lets that one stand.
Mm.
The only one that's really true.
I have in fact made mistakes. For example, sometimes I die in ultimate.
Yeah, that's fair. You should stop, actually.
Yeah, well, I was on to something.
That's my goal in life, to stop dying ultimate.
Who needs a job? Job will be to stream ultimate.
Yeah, someone pay me for this, please.
Yeah, you can be the non-bald Zenith.
No, that's already stall.
Become a VTuber. So simple.
Yeah.
I'll give
The
you a
moment I
Lowe's
feel
gift
like-
card for a clear.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, y'all sound tired.
Just 8
No,
more
it's
minutes.
just the most, actually.
What's just?
First.
In first.
In. Out. Waiting. In first. In. Out. Get ready to dodge. Dodge.
That pot timing is so good. The end of my pot lines up the end of battle litany.
Oh, mine was a second before.
Yeah, I did my
Damn.
GCD late.
He's a healthier than he normally is. He's gonna die, obviously.
It's healthier than normal.
How will we
Fucking
succeed?
dies before he gets to the word horde.
Look,
Yeah,
he's
well,
usually at like 3 going into that at this point.
This group
Y'all
has
sound
really
like
had
more
problems with
defeated
damage.
ever since we
We got
came
third.
back.
I mean, the next thing to work towards is so far away now.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
yeah,
means we're
just
close
have
to the finish line.
Yeah, I mean, this fight's just exhausting is all it is.
Just remember, it's phase 6 is like
Heather.
boss.
Heather. Y'all touching that? Okay.
Always
Yeah.
be touching.
Started. Yeah, it started the animation of exploding.
Yeah, I
What the
saw
hell's
it too. I was
going
like,
on?
It's
are we
weird.
messing this up?
Okay, dive's coming. Melees. First dive.
Eat this.
There's
Kill.
a mod wiggle there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I almost thought I wasn't gonna get a pass. Kill the blue one? Thank you.
I stayed on.
Working
Yeah.
on it. I'm working here.
I was just standing dead center with blue, like, please?
Yeah. Gamers?
I'm the farthest. I'm always going to be on it until it drops.
Onegaishimasu.
Wanna get to that?
Onegaisha, please. Okay. Got it.
Alright. Other than a especially small shield or thing. Fine.
I didn't press that early enough. Good enough.
Okay, save Fortune Font.
This guy dies so fast that I actually overcap on gauge if I don't spend shit on him.
Yeah, if I go into this with normal gauge, then I'm pretty much capped by now, so I have so much free time to work here.
Yeah, I've learned to just burn my feathers in eyes, because there's no point bringing them here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Still want my diagram. Okay.
Ah yes, my Word document's important to me.
Fuck is it? Pulling up. Oh, okay.
Also, last time we super killed P5 early, he didn't even cast Enrage.
I haven't even been potting, so.
Yeah, weird. I think our 2-minute window is kind of insane.
Aurora.
Our comp's pretty gross, yeah.
Okay, find north.
My pot was super late on that too. Fine north.
Okay, there's north. Lightning. Keep an eye for lightning. Lightnings.
Right, lightning.
Okay, I'm left.
Oh, that's gonna be an odd weave. We'll figure it out.
I wonder if I do text that before standard for this.
Probably.
A little late as is.
Okay, we're gonna find north. Supposed to be. North is 3. Means east-west is red.
Uh,
Sorry.
oh.
Are you safe?
Okay. Is safe.
Nice. Oh,
Oh!
I did damage.
Oh!
Death, do you think?
Yeah, that's LB.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that was not.
That was all the ones we damaged already.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's hard to do coming from a res. But yeah, we almost fucking made it again immediately, so...
Yeah,
That was pretty good.
Were you under health cap by any chance, Luna, for that?
I died to 400 less than my max HP. Yeah, I wasn't topped. I wasn't topped.
okay,
That
yeah.
feels bad.
Maybe I was standing too far north because I did a emergency tactics sucker with Indom plus a Seraph heal there, so maybe
Yeah.
I might have missed you with my deals.
I put out a Eucrasian heal, a regular heal, a Kara, a Physis. There's a
Yeah,
shit ton
both-
of healing going out there.
Both me and Lob were late coming in because we were far south.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to center my heal further south just to make it comfier. Okay. Ready.
Okay.
Really
I don't
good.
even have the thought process to Verkira myself there because I'm doing too many other things.
Oh yeah. Yep. I'm healing off of muscle, not because I'm thinking about healing.
Seem to be experiencing what a buddy of mine was, and I was looking through some of their logs, and once they started like consistently getting to P5, like they just almost never died in the other phases.
Why did you have to say
Blue?
that?
Blue.
And we pointed out the other day when we said we were doing well.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that our Nidhogg is so consistent now is very nice.
Right?
Nidhogg Prog. Hog Prog.
Prog, part 2.
Second hog frog.
Second Hog.
Oh,
I think
Nog.
Hog Prog.
Nog prog.
when your brain realizes that you have to get through all that shit again to get to P5, you're like, alright, that's enough fucking around. Let's just get
I
to
gotta...
it.
do that.
Also, apparently, like, somebody that I know, this other group, they
Okay.
cleared, but they did like a couple hundred hours.
A couple
I'm,
hundred?
I'm talking like 6 to 10 hours a day every day of the week.
Oof.
Since release.
Yes.
Wish I didn't have a job.
Counter.
I can't imagine wanting it that much and still not being that good.
Yeah, my first thought was congratulations, but Holy shit! How did it take you that
Oh.
long?
I looked.
Gotcha.
Turned too early.
East adjust
to north.
south. Left tower. Left tower.
No, I was trying to heal you in time, but you couldn't make it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I burned my swift cast already on the res.
Oh.
How many hours are we at, approximately?
This is day
90?
26, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So 26 times 3, like sub 80.
Yeah, we're
78.
78 would be exact, but we've gone early, so probably like 75, 74.
Okay, so yeah,
Somewhere in
I think the average is between 100 and 120.
Oh fuck.
Average is what?
100, 120
yeah, most
hours.
people say that this is about a 100-hour fight, but it seems to be a lot of people tend to average 100 to 120.
Which is, how many more raid days would that be?
That's twice as many. Or 150.
Well, no. Yeah, but I don't have the brain
Fine.
space to math.
Oh, for it'd be like 9 more raid days for 100.
A little bit less than 13. but
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
we're in the middle. So I just added half of what we're at, right? So.
Yellow.
Yep.
Yeah, we would just have to prog, quote unquote, just prog P6. Yeah, pretty quickly.
Just do P6.
Let's do it for him.
Just do P6 and then P7.
Center.
Yeah. P7 supposedly
Left.
isn't that bad.
Yeah, we'll see.
My understanding is it's not quite the same victory lap as the other 3, but it's still not as bad as the rest of the fight.
We'll die to like
Damage.
to the enrage more likely than like the other fights, just because like
Yeah,
the
we
DPS
won't
check
have
is pretty
relics
tight,
over-
but you can
yeah.
typically recover from like multiple deaths during the last phase.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Can't
that's
believe how
great,
much you're
'cause then you can really
spoiling.
figure it out and
There's an
go.
enrage. We die,
There is an enrage,
No, you just go all the way back in
Okay.
time.
and it's
True.
pretty tight.
and do it all over again. And this
But
time
does it
you
jail
kill
people in
Archibald.
order?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, finally.
You're the one holding the spear. You
Got it.
should have died. And he's like, oh, frown. That just suits a bastard like you.
That sounds right.
No, it's after P6 you go back and you have to do it again, but as Ortrafont.
East adjust south. Left tower.
You're cursed. Albert, you are
Okay.
cursed.
Okay.
Godspeed, sir.
Yeah, we're only in the second time loop. There's still 2 time loops left. We have to
Now,
do
what do you
all
think
of this
TPS
again,
was
guys.
wasting their time in?
Gaming.
Gaming?
Gaming?
Wow.
Artisanal.
That was done by hand, was it not?
It was.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Hand
Good with
baked
his
first
hand.
pattern.
Did you hear that, Pepper?
Pepper. Yeah, we'll still have to do the timeline where we kill Thornton and then we get a checkpoint there.
Yeah, the other checkpoint that we have to get 19 minutes into the fight to hit.
Yeah, I mean,
Is there a timeline where we count 4 times and then like not have Partial
Wow.
ever be born?
I don't think he ever.
And then he just doesn't like us, and then it doesn't matter if he dies. Okay, cool, got it.
That takes you back to the start of Heavensward because you never befriended Ortrafont. You can't
You
go
have to
in
hang
the
out
city.
with the other houses.
Oh, yeah. No, you just die at the end of ARR. You never escape over.
Yep.
Actually.
Never escape because yeah, 4 times never makes Tempest Word. Like he doesn't write the stories. We're just dead.
You die in the cold. And Cathus.
And that's when Xenos comes back in time to save you.
It's dreadful.
And you fight for an eternity.
In first. In. Out.
Freeze adjust.
In first. in. Out. Okay. Get ready to dodge. Dodge.
I'm fine.
Like, as long as you don't eat two, it's perfectly acceptable.
What do you mean? I'm Aurora. I'm taking the hits.
That's
And
true,
Aurora
sorry.
was scared of these TBs. Look at these DPS, just eat them.
They're not even TVs, they're auto attacks.
Autos, yes.
If they were all TBs, I'd be
A
way
TV
scared.
for a DPS.
Made
A
him
TV
giggle.
better suits a hero.
Okay. You got me,
Aurora
Pat.
stuff, Aurora stuff.
Let's swap back to the normal thing that we did like week 1 or something.
What's that?
The double
We'll
invuln?
immune. Yeah, we'll double invuln.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, let's swap back. I really want to reprog P2. I don't want to go to
Oh.
P6. It sounds scary.
Cool. Switching back to Way Mage.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Yo, we're A-bound.
Yep, there's.
I'll have to remember to tally up like the number of tethers in this fight.
Entirely too many.
More or less than all of P1 through 4.
It'd be
So,
close,
right?
I think.
I think close, yeah. Hello?
Got it.
First time back in.
A whole lot of panicking going on.
I mean, I just stood there for like
Yeah.
a millennia.
I'm a DCP
It's-
behind. I'm trying to like catch people on my health, and it was a little delayed.
I'm in Dream World right now.
I'm just vibing, dude. I press my buttons, mana bar go up, button glow, you know. Just, you know,
Somehow-
right stuff.
Phase 6 was just infinitely less exciting
It really is.
than the rest of the reveals or something like that.
I mean, we knew about Phase 6.
They just kind
all
of.
the while. Well,
Well, yeah. So they put the screenshot of Phase 6 in the live letter before the fight even
Yeah.
came out.
Oh, I didn't see that, so.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't. Because, like, I was like, oh, that must be pretty early in the fight. I wonder what that means. And then it just. Here we are.
happened?
Nearly 80 hours later.
Yeah, I was like, man, that must be Phase 2. And I saw only Nidhogg Phase 2. I was like,
Yeah, I
ah.
was like, oh, BJCC Phase 2. Makes sense.
Should have died. I wonder if it would bug out the logs if you did a continuous pull
Give
from
Aurora
the
buff.
Lord Moss to the end.
I don't know.
Okay, watch for lightning. Lightning is next. Lightning's out. Twist. Protes.
Wait.
Other side, left, other side.
Yeah, just keep running.
I need to take left.
Oh, it's like right.
Oh. Oh yeah, the yeah, Love didn't make to the south in time. Oh, I got hit by the dash.
Ooh.
Be okay though.
Make sure you pot.
I will pot with my 1 MP just to make it work.
We will
I'll
find
have MP
north.
left for DPS.
Yeah, just you're okay. North is 1, east-west is blue. C is a good spot to look.
Oh,
I'm supposed to bait.
that was crazy.
C? C is so good to look right now. You won't even believe how good.
Gaming.
Alive?
Alright, DPS.
Gaming!
I'm being.
Oh. I didn't know that was. Oh fuck.
Okay, it's far one, far one, far one.
Good.
Nice.
Away from north.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be at east.
Stay in the bubble, stay in the bubble.
Where? Oh.
I think I am just gonna commit magic barrier to that.
Alright, keep that up.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna turn there because I don't want to cleave Aurora.
Get ready to stop.
Yeah, get him to 3.
Push, push.
Stop.
He'll fall over. Good.
Up.
Oh, rip life surge. Okay.
Okay.
Spots,
My
preposition.
team hits
Uh.
east.
Is
You're gonna want to be farther down from mid.
Yep, my team's
right
looking
here,
at 3.
maybe.
Oh my god.
Team Nidhogg.
Oh, this is really awkward, actually.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, nice.
You're
okay,
flexing.
So I have to go down.
Jeez, I can't
I'll
even.
go further, I'll go
Just
further.
keep going.
I have to hit.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Ah, he's mad. He's angry.
I see.
He's angry.
So I can't even hit Nidhogg at that part. If I'm red.
Warren, hooray.
If
Like
you're
parties.
Double check we're not
oh, just to
trying
even
like,
make it
see.
break.
Got it.
There we go. We
Yeah.
got it.
Nice.
I would have to switch to Race Volgar if I was red.
I see. Okay.
Because
so,
I'm too close to Nidhogg.
Okay, so it's
Ah.
four.
This is also tanks close, tanks
Tanks
close.
Close. Tanks
Yep.
close.
How long with Aurora?
Aurora's
no.
too far up.
Oh, I didn't notice there was
Do it, Luna.
Nidhogg on my side, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
always just one square safe.
Yeah, we can call a one of the markers since it actually kind of fits.
Okay.
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 Pad, was that
So
not
we're
enough?
not trying to like outrange those toes right there. We're just being near
It's what all did we get on there?
You want-
I was very close. So I also had pop. Well, you said just that one, right? I
It
don't
should
think I hit
be-
all of them.
Yeah, it should be Reprisal, TBN, and
I
Dark,
didn't
mine and
reprisal.
Oblation. I
So-
reprisal late, but I was hoping it would catch it, but then I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I didn't remember reprisal there either. And then I was like slight panicking because like because I couldn't remember if I was supposed to use Rampart on that one or not, and it wasn't off cooldown yet from
Yeah.
the cleaves, but it was like close. But yeah, okay, everything's fine.
You could use your for the cleaves. You don't need Rampart. You could have Rampart, but then we're gonna use it for the plumes, like right after the 2-party stack.
Yeah, but it'll be back by then, so
Oh,
there's no
oh,
reason
okay.
not to use it on the cleave. Yeah, like it was like 10 seconds away from coming back for that TB right there.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, I'm gonna Rampart to make it a bit safer for the healers.
So
So Caster, Luna, and Dest are way too close. You guys need to be at the marker.
yeah, so I put a screenshot here. You guys could be basically right in front of the marker, and that'd be good. If you need to do a melee combo, I guess I could swap with you.
I have entirely full gauge going into 2-minute window.
Yeah, so I could swap with you. I'll you're planting south, right? So I'll take
Yes.
the south plant, and then you just take the middle plant.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other adjustments we need? I don't think so, right?
Did the adjusts understand how they were supposed to adjust there?
I think I was slow. I was supposed to run all the way south, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got clipped
I was kind of
by
alone
I think it was
up
yours.
here
Yeah.
too, so
Yeah.
whoever assassinated me.
Yeah, I was trying to
Essentially-
process the 2 tethers.
Yeah, one pair is gonna match. And
Yeah. So with the party stacks, I'm gonna be slightly north, and Pat is going slightly south, right, for 1 and 2.
Yes.
Okay. Pat, what call out do you want if I notice like my dragon's head's not glowing?
I guess no
One just-
stack, right?
No stack? Oh, yeah.
No
Okay. Yeah.
It's fine with me. Or you can literally just say mouth closed, but like no stack tells me exactly what to do.
Okay. Just keep in mind that if it's no stack, we had to move like north a bit.
Yeah, that's
that one
totally
we were.
fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the non circle one is a cone.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't worry, gamers. We are 2/3 through the fight.
Hell yeah.
Once we get back there, we are.
Yeah.
Is ready to clear an ultimate non-content. Then we could be the guys like, it was harder when it was new.
What is all shorting shit? Alright.
Red.
Had to be there.
Yeah. I can't
Right.
wait for new friends to play 14, and when they're like, "Oh, I got the Heaven Sword," I'm like, "Fuck that guy. Fuck Heaven
Fuck him,
Sword."
he deserved it.
Just say it was for the best and don't elaborate.
I think I feel the same way about this fight as I do about you, Cobb. I think literally the exact same way.
Bull crap.
In that you don't like it?
And that I'm already at the point where it's like, just please end.
Hmm.
Counter.
To reconfirm, Aurora, the tank that does not have glowy is putting their mitts on the other tank, right?
Correct.
Okay. So glowy always means you're eating something.
Mhm.
Perfect.
West itself.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we cleared UCOB roughly at this hour, like this number of hours we put into the fight, so I think, yeah.
I think if we were progging UCOB the same way, then yeah. But we had somebody who pretty much
Knock that.
knew everything about it.
This is clear for you,
Yeah.
as it were.
This one is definitely.
I mean, I don't know that.
It's sort of starting to hit, but
Yeah, it's just mostly that I don't know. Nothing's really been interesting.
Those feathers, though.
Like, even if we had a laggy-esque guide and this was a clear for 7, I don't know how much it would help.
Yeah, there's a lot of mechanical behind.
He didn't turn, so just be aware.
Yeah, I think maybe the thing that I don't like is the fact that it's reusing mechanics from other fights. Like, I didn't need another compressed
heavily,
lightning
yeah.
or another twister.
Yeah,
in a Heaven Sword fight.
Everything feels very boring.
Oh fuck! I didn't mean to do that. Shit. Alright.
I think what I mostly care about is the lore or aspect of it, and everything that it's telling me is like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, it's really tarnishing your friend's memory, isn't it?
But this is also just from the mind of us that we're kind of making. So it's kind of like, why am I imagining this? Why didn't I Save
Well-
Archifond and we went to Moe's or something.
I mean,
One's adjust.
maybe it's you
Out first.
seeing what his sacrifice was good for, right?
Yeah, you're
Out.
you're copium.
Yeah.
It's the
Man,
warrior
if
Warrior
Harshifon
living,
didn't
just-
die,
Ah, okay. I like that.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
If Harshifon didn't die, all
Just
this would have
three's
happened.
adjust. Yeah,
Three's adjust.
yeah,
Okay.
three's adjust.
Our
I'll-
actual reality is what
Out.
his sacrifice gave
Yeah,
us.
we're
Out
trying to make it
first.
bad for ourselves that we're like.
Out.
Yeah, I get it.
In.
This is just a really long-winded therapy.
Get ready to
session.
dodge. Dodge.
I really appreciate the fact that we can talk through that wormhole now.
Just muscle memory now.
Basically, yeah.
The callouts are so low effort, the way that they are, that all you have to do is like insert it mid-sentence
Yeah.
and then go back to whatever bullshit you were talking about a second ago.
Yeah, he's dead.
No, fuck. I didn't mean to do it that way. Oh.
Give Aurora buffs.
I like the fact that we just leave the eyes sitting on the floor here. We don't toss them into a chasm or anything.
Well, that's
You didn't
someone
men-
else's job.
We didn't mention that part of the minstrel.
True.
We realize that's embarrassing.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the part where the eyes reanimated and fought us individually.
Better?
Yeah, this is the same warrior light that for Eden. Like, you just imagine, you know, the elemental primals, and we're like, yeah, Leviathan, he had 2 heads.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
remember
one,
when Titan got on his go-kart?
that part, and also the Eden rethoughts are just kind of like, man, this Warrior of Light dude is like
This guy's a psychopath.
pretty much.
Bag's coming. The other thing for lore is that outside of the arena, you should be able to see some friends in a couple of phases that normally wouldn't be there.
Yeah, specifically.
Kill it?
Phase 6.
Oh yeah, I mean you can see Amric and the shitty brother right over there at one.
Shitty brother.
Yeah.
It should also
At
be
one?
Zale.
Yeah, towards
And-
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Oh,
Wait, are
yeah,
they here?
there.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
in this phase.
Well,
well,
they're
and Lucia
dipped
as
well.
in this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine something cooler, like Amber comes in and then like 4 like
Oh.
And
robot
then he
pieces.
smooches you really hard,
Yeah.
and you're
You
like,
rip
oh,
A robot
I'm
pieces
right.
go on his arm, it's in his legs, and he becomes like a Gundam.
Takes off
And
your
then-
clothes and fucks you right then and there.
He rips off his shirt and he suplexes
Ultimate,
Nidhogg.
please.
He says he can't wait for the dinner date.
And then he leans
Move
into
over,
your
Mr. Ozma.
ear, and he's like, "I'm about to mold."
Emmerich, no. You can't morph.
What, Red? Don't be mad. It's not TOS. It's fine.
Wait, but like, when the heretics drink dragon blood, are they morphing?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Pretty much.
That's what French morbing is like.
French morphing.
Like the worst version of kissing.
The worst.
French morbing.
French morbing. Yeah, and then they shout out on
Morbing.
French fries.
Yeah, and then they eat all their baguettes.
Ugh. They're French fried baguettes.
French fried.
What?
Tried
What?
baguettes.
Yeah.
I'll have
Oh,
my
that
Freedom Toast Crunch, thank you.
Any freedom fry enjoy.
Give Aurora stuff.
Alright. hate the noise of that shit.
North. We're gonna look for lightnings. Big lightning fans. We love it. That's lightnings. Beast. We're gonna do some Proteans. Protean gaming.
Right.
I'll take left.
Okay.
What?
Oh. Uh-oh.
Really?
Did you
I
get
thought
hit
it
by a
lasted
fire
like-
at the
I
end?
must have. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it looked like you died before the actual inn.
Big damn.
Sure.
I think I'm gonna fit 2 enshrouds this time.
Nice.
Oh wait, maybe.
Okay, we're gonna find north again.
Nope.
Planting.
I should have just released early.
North is 1, east-west is blue. Four. Look at 4.
Gaming. Alright. Stay away from
Holy
them.
shit, guys.
Oh wait, I
God.
should do
Yeah.
these things.
I think I know which one got primal ended.
Oh shit! I can't
No?
teleport there.
Fuck.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I used up my teleport. It was like all the way across.
Yeah, I mean, we had a weakness there on a DPS.
Yeah, I tapped targeted to the wrong thing the first time, so that did not help either.
Targeting this LB
It's-
sucks.
It's the ones we're avoiding is relative south, right? Those 3
Yes.
at the south? Okay.
Correct.
Relative south. Okay. Making sure.
That's time for one more good pull, guys.
Oh god, Jesus.
We started
I
late
We talked for like an hour.
and talked quite
Yeah.
a bit,
Yeah, I just didn't realize. Like, I know we went in here for an hour, but all of our pulls have been good, so we haven't gotten that many.
yeah.
Yeah.
How many pulls are we even at?
Like, probably 15 on the night.
Oh, you mean for tonight? I see.
Yeah, I think in this instance it's like 3 or 4.
Yellow.
Yellow. Yep.
The shitty thing about 19-minute fights is, I mentioned before, but you only get 3 good pulls per hour at that point, and that means that
Yep.
we only get 9 good pulls a night, and it's like, ugh. It just fucking sucks.
Hey gamers, have you heard of Ziv Sim?
Left.
Get more
Where you
pulls
can
than your
sim
pulls?
all your favorite mechanics before doing them in
That's
Ultimate?
crazy.
Are we gonna have a little semi night?
No way. No one wants to do it.
Nope.
I'd have to redownload the sim. So I'll have all the
It's in browser.
Oh, it's in browser. Nice.
Yeah, it's super comfy to use. The only problem is you have to reserve a server, which you get for like half an hour.
Blue crew.
Where did we miss attack? Huh. Counter.
East to just
Leftmost,
south.
Leftmost.
Alright, no problem.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. I gotta get my
Anti?
healing parse up here. I think it's a slide cast.
Oh. Shit. Oh.
Huh? Nope.
Nope. I was about to keep going and I saw you on Avant in front of me. I was like, oh fuck, and I spun around again.
Tried to save it.
Okay, I'm adding to our full counter connect, so that makes it feel full, you know?
You know, honestly, it's been a while since we wiped a trios one. I kind of miss it.
Yeah, exactly. It was a good old time.
Yeah, it's nostalgic, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we were
Yeah, I can
wiping
run
the
mid if
trio
you
one
want.
because of a lack of oxygen in our brains from laughing so much.
That happened like 5 times in a row.
But, yeah.
And we had that cursed streak. Couldn't stop.
I hesitate to
Sometimes
even
when
call
I
it
eat
cursed
dinner,
because it was
I just
hilarious.
watch pad spawn just to laugh.
No, they're important. Purple.
Purple.
Like, if you can hear Pad laugh twice, then it was a good moment.
Yeah, those single laughs, fuck them.
Yeah. What do they
True.
even mean? They're fake.
Center.
Right? I don't even know why we call things anymore. We can literally just...
Yeah, I look at people.
I mean, everyone knows I like going left.
And I don't remember the last time I haven't been right. I'm the only person that goes right.
I only call right if I notice that Lon said don't want to give him left sometimes.
My fucking client lagged. Thank you.
What, did you want that GCD?
Well, my eyes is now in a completely different window, so I don't know how my rotation works anymore.
Just fix it.
Look through. Yeah, just rotate it.
You need special eyes.
Maybe you can take some of like Nidhogg's or Thornton's. They seem to have excess.
Why Dragon Eye?
True.
Counter.
Ugh. Oh, I get to stay. Counter. Yeah.
How even are we fighting Chris Felger and Nidhogg at the same time? There's like 2 eyes between them. Do they each have 1 eye?
East to
sorry.
just south.
West north.
Lose.
I didn't realize I didn't make it a flyover.
Anti.
Okay.
I heard a weird noise. Wasn't sure what it was. Weird in-game noise. Weird slamming noise. Scared me.
You must be getting autoed by some eyes or something.
Hear
Is that
the-
like squelching noises or something?
I mean, that's the kind of sound an eye would make, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
he didn't
I
turn.
He didn't turn. Yep. Out first. Out. In.
That might have been. It's fine.
In first.
In. Out. Alright. Get ready to dodge. Dodge is out. audio is getting itself.
Yep. A bit more health than normal. Someone prove me wrong and evaporate 3% of him.
Too tired, can't do it.
Fair.
Bob, no, we're gonna enrage.
Thank you.
That's it, we died.
Gonna more.
And I always work here immediately, but I have to cancel it. There you go.
Scoop.
Haagen-Dazs.
Scoop.
Mango Sentinel.
You getting scooped, Taz?
These are.
I'm getting
these are Mango
scooped.
Sentinel.
First
It
dive.
dives coming out.
It really does sound like an unreleased tank's ranged attack. Or like maybe
First dive?
sort of like piercing talon.
Yeah, like it's somewhere in there. I don't.
It's VRS7 scooping ice cream.
Mm.
We couldn't wait for Pad to call out to kill it. We're just gonna kill it.
Scoop one out for the home.
I mean, what if Pad forgets to tell us to kill it?
Why y'all
It's
call out
just
kills
true.
anyway? It's like we're killing it already.
Just to make sure you remember that the blue one does need to die.
Yeah,
Aurora
I mean
buff.
it's mainly
Aurora buff.
this is danger if you don't potentially hit some OGCDs here. Not a lot, just probably a couple.
It feels so bad that we have to 2-minute here.
Yeah.
Because he just fucking died.
I mean, we could try not 2-minuting him, but
It's not
Yeah, I was
worth
about to
it.
say, maybe he dies because we 2-minute.
like he's already dead.
I shouldn't have spent that blood spiller.
Mo, machine day.
I mean,
Nani?
he's 20% extra dead.
I guess I could probably commit the Contra here. Yeah, okay. No, that sounds right. That's parsing right there.
Parsing.
Any barsing?
I only get one in first damage phase, so doesn't matter when it is.
Actual parsing.
I should make that slightly comfier. And make me stop panicking on is Harshavan gonna die?
Nah, I trust.
Give Aurora stuff.
Okay.
There. Watch for lightning. Lightnings are out. Twist and shout. Proteans.
That dives wrong side, by the way.
Right.
Oh, it's like left.
Oh. Okay.
Watch out.
Oh.
Something happened.
Yeah,
Oof, the-
they called that the die was on the wrong side.
Oh.
I just
But it was
thought
it wasn't all the way at the wall either, so
Yep.
it hit the whole party.
That ping pong effect from getting hit by multiple dives.
Alright.
Good job, everyone.
Oh.
We got to P6.
Yeah. Good job
Yeah,
on
good
literally hitting
gamers.
P6 and then hitting meteors with 8 people alive like 2 more times in a row. So
Yep.
So we saw P6 what? 3 times? 2 times?
3 times.
2
times.
times,
2 times.
because we died on one
Yeah.
of the meteors.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So we were almost there. But yeah, no, that was
Mhm.
that was great. Good prog.
Good prog.
For the record here, we had 11 pulls tonight.
Yeah.
Good fun.
We wiped 5 times on Thornton 1, 4 times on Thornton 2, and 2 times on Nidhogg and Hraesvelgr.
Yeah, I mean, technically, if you don't count the door boss, we only had 9 pulls, so.
That's true, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, those count. Oh, that's
Yeah.
so stupid.
Yes.
9 pulls. Okay.
Yeah, so.
Well, good job on those 9 pulls.
Yeah,
everyone.
honestly, like,
Mhm.
we're randomly consistent, which is great. I don't know if I could have handled
It's-
continuing to wipe the wormhole.
It's called the wormhole constant, right?